Hello, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video, and welcome back to the horror bar. So today I want to give you something, well, show you something a bit different, and this is the Pennywise done by NECA. But this Pennywise I bought off eBay years ago, and it turned out to be a fake, and it was a really bad fake. So I kept hold of it anyway all these years, and then I decided to repaint it. Um, I repainted this one pretty much soon after I repainted a Freddy NECA figure as well, and I used pretty much the same sort of colours and paints and everything, but I changed it up slightly on this one. So I added a bit of colour to this one, so it's not just all like basically black and white, but obviously the Freddy one is more of like a silver, so it looks like it's made of metal, and this one's like merely black and white with added colour and everything. I will be putting pictures up and everything, how it looks before I paint it all, but we're going to get into it and see what we think of it. And I also did a little diagram for it as well, so let's get into it. Right, so we'll start talking about how I did all this basically. So the first thing I did, I painted it with the Mod Podge, the matte finish one. I usually use that one for when I'm going to be painting over it, anything basically, so the paint sticks a lot better. So that's what I did, and then I will put obviously pictures up how it looked before and obviously what it looks right now, and pictures of the process of it all. And I'll add the pictures again at the end of the video as well. But yeah, so basically it started off as obviously a plain looking NECA Pennywise figure. As I say, it was a fake one, so the paint on it and the head sculpts and everything weren't fantastic on it. Well, the head sculpt's good, but the paint work was bad. So joints are really loose on this one as well. So I kept it, like I said, I kept it for a couple of years. It just sat in a box, and I thought I'd keep hold of it because you never know if it might come in handy for something. And it turned out it did basically, because like when I did the Freddy and the Freddy figure and repainted that one, I wanted to repaint this one as well, and I thought it'll look really different and really unique on the shelf like the Freddy one does. Obviously, nobody else has got this one unless they've done it themselves, but literally, yeah. So what I did the Mod Podge first, and then I added a black acrylic paint to it, painted all of it black from head to toe basically, and then got the grey. I got a grey paint after that. Obviously an acrylic again. Obviously they're all the same, but yeah, I got the grey paint, and then I just basically just dry brushed it, and then after doing that, I left it, and then I thought maybe I should do something a bit more different from it, and then it'll stand out even more. So that's when I decided to add the some of the colours to it. So I added literally the bits of red, bits of yellow, bits of the orange to the head and everything. I changed the eyes as well. Obviously they're just painted white now. I repainted like the lips and the like face paint and everything, a bit on his nose and up his eye. But yeah, I think it turned out really good. We'll do some close-ups on it now. So yeah, I think the head came out looking really good after painting it. It was difficult, very difficult, because obviously it's such a small piece. Getting the eyes looking right. It still don't look perfect. I'm not a professional at doing these. You probably tell by looking at it, you probably think it looks terrible, but I think it looks pretty good, to be fair. But yeah, so the eyes I just painted white, and then I added obviously the red paint for his lips, and I made it looking like, so literally it's already coming off. And that's the look I was going for. Same for the top of his head, you can see there's just only slight bits of orange in the hairline, and that's how I wanted it, with the yellow just coming on his just the top of his outfit. I can't remember what it's called, but same for these bits as well, on his top of his hands. And obviously I painted the buttons, or whatever you want to call them, on his costume red, and then I did the bits of red as well to these little tassels and everything, and his feet as well are all done. So spinning round, so you can see I did all the back as well. Yeah, I think it turned out really good. It's really, really different. It's not something you're going to see on everybody's shelf, basically. And I've kept it like this in just basically one pose as well, because if I start moving it about and everything, it'll probably start knocking the paint off, because I ain't got the there's a special stuff you can get so you can basically, I think it's like a spray paint sort of stuff. It's like, so it'll just seal the paint in so it won't chip or anything like that, but I ain't got anything like that at the moment. So I've just left it in one pose where it looks like it's just got one arm up waving, and obviously this is the holding where he's holding the balloon, but I can't put his balloon in his hand at the moment because he keeps falling off basically. But yeah, I think it turned out looking really good. And as I say, I did make a little diorama with it as well, so it wasn't on its own. We'll bring that diorama in now. So this is the diorama I made for him. So I wanted to put some at the back of it, like I did with the same with the Freddy one. So what I did was pretty much the same as the Freddy one. I used the box, the back of the box, what it comes in, and obviously you've got this image of the house and everything. And then I just basically added the bits of wood and everything to make it more like 3D. And yeah, I think it turned out good. Again, I think it turned out good. I think it does work. You can see that I've added like the bits of wood just on the top as like the roof, and obviously the bit of the boarded window up, and like just loads of like bits of wood and like weeds and all the rest of it, just in like say like the front garden. And then obviously you got the fencing, then you've got the missing posters and the keep out danger sign. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I'll just put that as well off the box. I just cut it out and then just stuck it on there. As I said, this is a NECA figure, but it's not an actual official NECA figure, what I've done, because it was a fake one off eBay. So I didn't, it wasn't a big deal basically cutting the box up and all the rest of it, because it didn't matter, because it wasn't worth anything at the end of the day, because it was a fake one. So I turned a fake one into something what actually looks pretty unique basically. So again, with this one, all I did with the wood and everything, I painted it all black and then just dry brushed with a white, and I think it works, and I think it looks real effective. Bring the Pennywise in now. So that's how I usually have him on the shelf. Basically, you can see I've got the balloon in his hand now. So I've just basically the balloon is sort of just balancing against the diorama that I've made for it. But this is how it usually sits on the shelf. So it's just like sort of stood outside the house and everything. But yeah, I wanted the look of the house and everything to sort of match the colours of him, with it sort of like a black and white sort of theme. We've obviously added a bit of extra colour and everything just to make it pop. But yeah, I think it looks really different and really unique. And yeah, well, what I'm going to do, I'll just bring you the Freddy one in just quickly, and just to show you comparing both, how they both look together. Because obviously the Freddy one looks like a silver, like a metal silver basically, compared to what Pennywise looks like, because I added the silver paint to him. So it's different from this one, but it's sort of using the same sort of techniques and everything with this one. So I'll just bring that one in now and I'll show you. So I'm hoping you can tell. I can tell anyway, but I don't know if you can tell on the camera. It looks like it's basically a different kind of paint the way I've done it anyway. Pennywise is quite bigger than him though. Just noticed that. Even though he's on a stand, Pennywise is quite a lot taller than Freddy. But you can see obviously the two colour differences. So basically, when I was doing this one, like I said in the video, when I did a video on him, if you want to check that out, you can check that out. I did a full video on this one as well. But it's pretty much the same sort of technique with this one. But apart from, I just didn't add the silver like I added the silver with this one, just to make it look like it's basically made of metal. But yeah, and I think they look really good. Right, so we're going to end the video now anyway. As I say, I'll put all the pictures back in again at the end of this video. Obviously the process of it and everything. I didn't take loads of pictures, I don't think, though. I took a couple, but I'll obviously still share them anyway. But as I say, it was only a few paints I used. I used the Mod Podge matte finish one, and then I painted it all black. And then I used the grey to just dry brush it, and then I just started adding different the colours and stuff, like the red and the yellow, and then obviously the white and the orange, and that was it. It was To be fair, it was pretty easy. It wasn't too difficult. You could sort of make mistakes. It don't really matter, especially if it's if you've got this and you've got a fake NECA figure in your collection, and you've kept it, but you've kept it because like I kept mine because maybe you might want to use it for something down the line. You could do this for yourself, and then you've got something really different and unique, basically, in your collection, what nobody else has got. And I think it does look really, really good now. I'm glad that I kept hold of it. It's having this, it's really tempted me now to actually buy more NECA fake figures from eBay, because usually you can get them really, really cheap. And if you can get them really, really cheap, then I might get more and then do repaint them and maybe set up like a full line, basically like a black and white sort of version line like this. I think it look really, really good and really unique. It's just like the other NECA figures what they're releasing, you know, of the old monsters and stuff like that. Obviously they're doing a colour version, they're doing a black and white version. Well, you could do this with the sort of modern horror characters yourself. You could obviously get your fake ones. Don't use the real ones because you don't want to ruin the real ones. The fake ones don't really matter so much because the sculpt and everything's usually pretty good on them. And the joints can be a bit too loose on them, but if you can sort of try and fix that maybe, and then you can repaint it, as I say, and then you could have your own black and white sort of theme of like the more modern horror characters. And I think it would look really, really good and obviously different as well. Like I keep saying, different, something different. That's what I find when I'm collecting now. I want something different on the shelf, but not always the same what everyone's got. Because like NECA's so easy, obviously, to get hold of, and it's so popular, and it's easy to get pretty much all the figures, and everyone's always got the same ones, if you know what I mean. But if you can sort of change them up, or you can say like obviously I make a lot of dioramas just to add to them, so make my collection a bit more unique and stand out more on the shelf, so they're not always looking the same as like the normal other people that collect. To just collect the figures and then just stick them on the shelf, and then that's it. Or even just some of them just leave them in the boxes. I don't understand that. I think seems absolutely pointless. What's the point in even getting it if you're just going to leave it in a box? But anyway, I'm going on. So I just wanted to obviously show this piece anyway, what I made. Well, obviously paint it and everything, and yeah, something different. So again, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up for us, please. That will really help my channel out, and obviously subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and check out the other videos that I've made. I've got about over 200 videos on there now, so there's loads of videos on there. And obviously, if you're into painting and stuff like that, there's a few videos on different figures I've painted now. There's loads of ones on dioramas. There's just tons of on there now. So again, if I would appreciate obviously the thumbs up and checking them other videos out for us. And again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. So bye bye.